when I'm talking. This NFL Props Week 10 edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Bet365. Bet365 is offering new users $8,000 risk-free bet. Sign up today at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/bet365. We're also brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets, the sports betting research platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit HOFBets.com. Use code SGPN to get 50% off your first month and start making smarter bets today. We're also brought to you by BetterHelp. Find your bright spot this season. Visit BetterHelp.com/SGPN today to get 10% off your first month. And we're also brought to you by Game Time. Game Time has last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Use promo code SGPN for $20 off your first purchase.
Hey, it's Scooby right here, aka Shark Dog, listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Cox. He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer? Oh, come on. It's a dog.
True performance.
Well, someone
Look at those lungs. You must do some stretching.
I do some hot yoga. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Hot yoga aficionado. Shout out to Hot 8 and Kim and all the other gals right in the studio.
Say, who the fuck is Hot 8?
Hot 8, Ryan.
Is that a person or a place?
It's a lifestyle. Joining us here to talk player props, ladders, pets, all things under the sun. CJ Sullivan. What's happening, CJ?
What's up, guys? Thank you for being back here in the prop show. I love the ladder up front there to set the tone. And me and I, just like brilliant Bears coach Matt Vievers, have a lot of tricks up my sleeve for this show. Just stay tuned. That's what I don't know if you saw that, Kramer. He gave a hot tease in this coming out of the second half. He said he has a lot. He said he had a lot of tricks up his sleeve in the sideline interview.
This is not the first game I've heard about potential tricks in a Panthers game that I was.
Right.
It's like when you have the magician coming over and it's not the good magician, it's the bad magician. You just feel sad.
Table magicians.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, go to the Magic Castle. Have your mind blown. Don't hire some high school.
What a stupid game. What do you mean? Game. Bears Panthers.
Oh, what happened? Were you wrong?
Was I wrong about what?
Oh, why was it a stupid game?
Oh, it was just
it's football, baby. Thursday night.
I mean, it wasn't
barely
very
any
Thursday.
scoring.
Yeah. No, I mean, when I actually betted it, I got it at -3, -120. It was a push, but man, why did they go for 2? The Bears had so many opportunities. The first touchdown was a defensive special teams, but it was for the Panthers. I did like Tommy Tremble. Got a few rungs up the ladder. Got to 3 catches, which was a nice +220.
I agree.
But I don't know. It was just kind of
I thought I was going to top out a Bryce Young ladder. First drive of the game.
He
already
started it out good.
Hit his rushing prop. He had to get to 50 yards to get to 20-1. And he just like, you know what? I'm just going to keep throwing incompletions.
Tommy Tremble anytime touchdown. I guess, in hindsight, it did require the Panthers to score a touchdown.
Yeah.
I still love that price that I got over at Bet365. I want to hang up that ticket of 12-1 anytime. Tommy Tremble.
How about those? I mean, J Mark.
Oh, J Mark 3-0 on his picks there. That was a nice run.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, think about how easy that Miles Sanders rushing prop under. I mean, I think he ended up with negative rushing yards.
I only saw the one carry and it was a -4 yard. He got blown up.
Pretty sharp. You give out an under 20.5 on a starting running back, or you once was a starting running back, and you end up with what?
Incredible. -4 yards. And there was sharp action.
Yeah,
I heard sharp action that Miles was going to be the guy.
Really? Going against me.
Yeah, going against you.
Well, I had the
reports.
I had Chuba Hubbard under 44.5.
Yep.
Not even close.
That's
9
great.
for 23.
Yep.
I had Bryce Young under 223.5 passing yards. Not even close. 185. The only thing I didn't hit was the Tommy Tremble anytime touchdown. Or and didn't hit the first touchdown.
Since we're reviewing,
it was 12-1.
Bryce Young under total yards.
That also
or Miles Sanders under 20.5 rushing yards. Chicago Bears over 2.5 sacks.
So I think between you, J Mark, and me,
a flamethrower.
8-1 with the only one not hitting.
How was this game dumb?
Tommy Tremble anytime touchdown.
It gets better. I'm talking to a friend of the program, Scott Bowser, right before a game's about to kick. We're talking fantasy lineups, which, by the way, we slided Foreman in right before. That worked out. And Bowser's like, you know what I did? I just found some 35-1s. I think he even said the Panthers was 46-1. And he had some last minute buys on the defense special teams first touchdown. So I believe he cashed the 46-1. He's also come across a 62-inch TV. That was adding to his setup, Sean. I don't know if you talked to Bowser recently.
I don't. Amazon.
He's on the come up.
That's hilarious. Amazon. Yeah, I did his podcast, and he was like just showing off his ice machine or something he had in the garage. He had some thing that you get from an online catalog that he was very excited about. Things are going well for him.
Oh, Bowser,
I love it.
Full bar has been built. He has every Sunday there's some sort of charcuterie.
Full bar with an ice machine. He's finally adulting.
At a high level.
If you've not hung out with Bowser, he sent himself home from football on Sunday, week 1, halfway through the early games.
Like, I'm really fucked up. I'm gonna go home and rest. I'm like, wow.
He was like, I'm out.
You're
here.
a changed man, Bowser.
That's amazing. But that's it. That Carolina deep punt return for the touchdown. Amazon tried to slow roll everyone by saying there was a flag.
Oh, that was the worst. And there was like a whole minute before Al Michaels goes, and there's no flag.
There's no flag. There never was one. He goes, there's never was one. That was just something we put out there.
God help us all.
It wasn't something the refs picked up.
And the Amazon cloud runs every website, runs everything, and they mess up a flag.
Yeah.
Well, that's the
well, and especially of all the times for a flag.
Right.
That's the one where you're like, big return. Oh, you're waiting for the flag. Yeah. Oh, got the flag. Yep. I'm like, nope.
You want to hear some nerd humor?
Yes.
Sure.
You know what the Amazon cloud is? Just someone else's computers. They're not special.
Oh, wow.
That's the problem with the cloud. It's still running your shit. So in this case, Decker would have said, why are we working with these goddamn yellow chyrons? Get them off the screen. No yellow anywhere.
Yeah.
Amazon is guilty of that. They flash yellow sometimes and it's messed up.
It is very annoying.
Al Michaels did seem a little bit more chippery just when talking about Page's dad.
And he loved Page's dad.
Oh, this guy. Do you know his mind was blown that he could make a living arm wrestling?
Yeah.
I was also surprised by that, but he goes, raising 3 kids on an arm wrestler salary.
Yeah. He goes, a wild world of sports days, we call it wrist wrestling.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Al, I mean, I love you, but you work like what, 4 hours a week? You're doing pretty good for yourself.
It might be something different. All right,
Kramer, we got a lot to get to.
Yes.
Props, ladders, first touchdown for Sunday night, D-Gens only. But before we do that, we're putting a man on the case, aka we've been discussing it. CJ Sullivan, bet detective, and shout out to Jake, who merch god also came up with this amazing Photoshop.
Yes, sir.
There was I did it.
That's incredible. That's scary. Incredible, off-putting, but yet alluring. I'm also attracted to me.
I had to do a little digging to find
the picture,
to find the perfect CJ headshot that matched the Ace Ventura, and I found it, and I knew immediately. I'm like, that's the one.
Yeah, I think I know exactly what picture that is too. It's one I still use actually.
Yeah,
people scrape it up. I mean, it's a much younger puss on that face for sure, but same growl.
Yeah,
same scowl, same growl. That's awesome.
Top notch Photoshop.
Great
efforts by
great work.
Merch God Jake.
By Jake himself.
I am the bet detective. I get to break the conspiracy.
Good to have a quick segment for Jake. Keaton Mitchell.
Yeah,
it's a guy he was talking about in the preseason.
Yep.
When we saw him, Sean, he's very excited.
Fastest player in the draft.
Very excited.
Tyler already firing in the YouTube chat saying he's just here for the ladder talk. Ladders are incoming. Hey, if you're looking to buy some ladders, aka get down on some NFL player props, you got to head over to Bet365. The world's favorite sportsbook, trusted by over 88 million players. Our good friends in Canada. You guys can sign up for Bet365 using our link, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Bet365. And if you're in the United States, we got some great sign-up offers for you. $1,000 risk-free bet. Or you can bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets. And I mean, we're talking about some of these first touchdown, and I've noticed it a number of times. These Bet365 prices are pretty good on the first touchdown, especially compared to the market. Got a pretty nice profit boost on some parlays, and then the early cash out offer if your team goes up 17 points wouldn't apply to this Thursday night pile of shit. Where there was only neither team even got to 17
Good
points.
Lord.
But again, support the Sports Gambling Podcast and sign up sportsgamblingpodcast.com/bet365. Problem gambling, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Also brought to you by Little C's. Love me some Little Caesars. It is not a football Thursday, Monday, or Sunday without some delicious Little Caesars. Why? You know my favorite item. Is it the Caesar wings? No. Is it the cookie dough brownie bites? No, but they're also delicious. It is the pepperoni pizza with the pretzel crust, the pile high of those pepperonis, just delicious, golden brown, buttery crust with the real nice chunks of salt, just like salty sprinkles.
Wow.
It's almost like a donut, but it's of saltiness and cured meats. Goes down easy and pairs perfectly with an NFL game. You can get it delivered or in store with the Pizza Portal pickup. Grab some friends, enjoy a few slices during the game. Little Caesars pizza. Kramer, what do we got? Prop time.
Whoa, can we take a breath here? That was an amazing read. That was like a one-man show. That performance,
fully aroused.
that needs to be happening at Pile High Stadium. It sounds like.
I write my own copy for these.
That was incredible. Good Lord, that was amazing. I would like to rewind and hear that on the way back. I want to play down. On the drive home. I'm going to play that back.
I like that.
You put that in that picture of me in Pet Detective, and that's in my Rolodex.
I was gonna say, lube me up.
You know,
Deontay Johnson.
Woo, let's go. Let's talk about Deontay.
Hot Deontay.
Well, there's three ways you can play it.
Yeah.
Choose your own adventure. 62.5 receiving yards, 5.5 receptions, 21.5 yards longest reception. I landed on the receiving yards. Here's the deal. Last couple games, what has he done? 9 targets, 7 catches, 90 yards. 14 targets, 8 catches, 85 yards. 6 targets, 5 catches, 79 yards. You get the point.
Yeah.
He's open all the time. And what do the Packers like to do on defense? They like to sit back in the zone. What does Deontay Johnson eat up? Eats up the zone. I would imagine it, even if Jair Alexander is playing, he's going to be on Pickens. So let's just take a simple one here. This is almost like I don't want to tease the one I'm coming up later, but some of these props, they're just not watching the games.
Yeah.
Just not watching the games.
I love that. And of course the Steelers offense, completely different offense now that Canada has come out of the box. It's not easy to stay in the box. There's only one man in the box and Canada's down in the field and their offense really opened up. Now they can look his guys in the eyes.
I love the news story of Steve Wilkes is now moving
coming out of the box.
Although the way they reported that,
it gets hot in the box.
He's being forced.
Not everyone can stay in the box.
You're right.
It's like that when they put the rat inside the metal bucket on the belly, the Cuban gangsters.
I love that. San Fran had a bye. We're gonna figure things out. What we figured out, we're taking them out of the box.
Yeah, you know what?
That's all we figured out in our defense.
Yeah.
He needs
where the defensive coordinator is going to stand during the game.
Get on the grass.
All right, that'll fix things.
Mm-hmm. Get out of the box.
Tyler said his morning alarm clock is a Little Caesar read. Great way to start it, and especially set it for Sunday, Monday, and Thursday. Oh, it's Saturday as well. They got football and Black Friday, Thanksgiving Thursday.
Is Little Caesars like one of those fancy restaurants that closes on Monday? Can we get it on Monday?
No, because you need Monday Night Football, Ryan. They are men of the people.
They're the kind of place that'll they'll be closed, but they'll let you come in and make a pizza and go ahead and take. You know what? If you want to swing by, we'll leave the back door open for you.
Turn the light on.
Yeah, absolutely.
For me, first prop, Alvin Kamara over 33.5 receiving yards. This is crazy. He's gone over it the last 4 games. He's clearly involved in the passing game a ton. I also like his receptions prop, but I think I'm worried the reception prop's going to start at like 4.5, 5.5. But the receiving yards, he's been pretty good. And I think this is a good way. Minnesota known as a blitzing defense. How do you slow down the blitz? You do some screen stuff. And I think Alvin Kamara is going to have a ton of that. Over 33.5 receiving yards almost feels too easy. So yeah, lock it up for me tomorrow.
Yeah, especially.
I mean, don't you have to play? Are they not watching the game?
I'm
crazy.
Genuinely confused.
No matter what the game plan is, check down car is going to keep you in the game there with that.
Because I also like this. What's the number you got? 33.5.
33.5 for the receiving.
I wrote
yards.
down 34.5. Here's the craziest part. You know, one of the 2 games he didn't get over this number.
No,
he had 14 targets and 13 receptions, and he somehow only had 33 yards.
He had
game
an
back.
impossible stat line. That was his first game back.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. But yeah, certainly.
That's a near impossibility.
I feel good with both of them, but yeah, give me the receiving yards for now. CJ, what do you like?
Receiving yards, a guy you guys always like. I didn't want to step on any toes here, but we're going to the N-word out in Seattle. Away. Jackson Smith, Njigba. His number is 39.5, 3.5. DK Metcalf, I don't even know if he's going to play in this game. He's been out for practice all week. Lockett's banged up, but I think he will play. This Washington secondary is an absolute disaster.
Trash.
Yeah.
And the last 3 weeks, Jackson's had 21% target share, up from 16%. 69% snap share, up from 57 for the first 6 weeks of the season. He's getting involved in the game more. Absolutely, Geno's going to have a big game too. I want all parts of the Seattle passing offense this game, and his numbers are so low at 39.5, 3.5. He's been blown up. I mean, there's room for a Bobo. There's room for anyone in there with the banged up. These are the healthy guys that Geno loves. I mean, they're going to be able to throw in Washington all day, and I think Washington's going to put some points up. So I think this will go. I don't think it's going to be a shutdown game. So
CJ's a totals guy. You gotta listen to him here.
Yeah.
Listen to him when he speaks about the total. I like that.
Yeah, no, I mean, you should be able to throw in this Washington team. It feels like a great bounce back spot for the Seattle offense in general. Just played 2 of the hardest defenses in the league.
It's a get right game.
Coming off a loss. Yeah, I like it. Kramer, what do you got?
Well, Sean, I was minding my own business, cleaning up my spam in my DMs from all these graphic artists trying to get silly with me. And I found a useful message. Someone telling me a little Seahawk insider.
Oh, wow.
Little whispers in my ear. And he's like, oh, hey, dude, our guy, Mr. Boye Mafe. Is that how you say it?
Yes.
I think I got it right. He's been on fire. He's leading the team with 6 sacks. And guess who we just talked about? Sam Howell's on the other side. What does he love to do? Running the sacks. Over 3/4 of a sack, minus 105. I watched him, Sam Howell, that is, go against the Giants, not posing much of a threat on offense that day. And he can't help himself. He sees a little flash in front of his face and he just gets loose. What's the game total for the Seahawks in the 4.5, 5.5 sacks?
That's incredible.
So yeah, let's go. I'm getting a sack. Let's make the IDP guys happy.
3/4. That sounds like a soccer line. 3/4 of a goal.
Is there the Asian handicap on the sack prop?
In the past, it used to just be they'd throw up a half.
A half, right?
Or they'd ladder up half.
But now because they keep half sack stats, right?
Well, they don't. Yeah, they don't want to do the pushes.
I like that.
So I do respect that. This is the new half. The quarter is the new half.
Yeah, quarters, new halves.
Sean?
Yes. This one's again.
Do you also have an IDP?
No, I don't have any defensive props, Ryan.
Pussy.
I didn't work that up.
You want the scuba? You want the snorkel?
Snorkel for just some surface level takes. Well, this is a surface level take, but it's a matchup I love. Sam Laporta is having a great rookie year, over 4.5 catches against this Chargers defense. You saw them give up 6 to Tyler Conklin, a bunch to Uzomah, who is stealing the Conklin catches.
I know that.
I just
got in the way.
There is going to be great opportunity, middle of the field. Sam Laporta in a dome on the road against this Chargers defense, and I think Goff is one of the reasons I locked up the Lions. I think Goff is going to have time to throw. They're getting their offensive line healthy. The only reason really the Chargers won that game was because Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack just destroyed the Jets offensive line and Zach Wilson. And I don't think they're going to be able to do that against the Lions. So yeah, give me Sammy Laporta over 4.5 catches.
The more that I think about it, the more that it does. I know the public's on them, but man, that's a smash spot for Detroit. The Montgomery's back. The offensive line's healthy.
Their guys are good to go. It is. It's a great spot.
It could just be they're flat off the bye. That's the only thing that's going to hold them back.
Making Bacon saying Bobo up for a good game as well. I always like. You can always talk me into Jake Bobo. We'll see. I mean,
this is Sean's guy this year?
Does it?
It's totally.
I'm just laughing at his. He is coming off a goose egg game against the Ravens, but I don't think I was on him against the Ravens. I did have him on the. Maybe I played him against Cleveland, but definitely got him on the anytime against Arizona. That was a nice hit. So I would continue to look Jake Bobo's way, because especially for the anytime, he did have.
Well, like CJ was mentioned, there's some banged up guys up there.
Yeah. I really don't think Metcalf's playing. I mean, I didn't get the Sean Green injury report yet. I know you're only quarterback specialist.
Sean hasn't broken injury in weeks.
I did break. No, that's not true.
It's been weeks.
Well, there hasn't been. Has there? I think the only one that was a little squirrely was the Deshaun Watson one, but I didn't feel confident to officially break that news, Ryan. So
yeah, I wouldn't feel confident to.
I mean,
break any news.
I can't. My model doesn't work for guys who don't really want to play, so I don't really have that factored in.
You didn't sway the Fields number earlier this week. That
was an interesting one, because Ryan thought the line change. I think some of it was about Fields, but some of it might have been Brian Burns. I don't know. It was
okay
weird.
High level market analysis by me, but I simply just was pointing out that it might have been Burns probably worth a half point.
Yeah. And maybe that's what
so maybe he was more related to the move than, because it really was just it was 3/4, because it was juice 3. So it wasn't a full point off the floor.
Right.
It was a half point plus. And a lot of people like myself, we were releasing the Bears at -3. So obviously the trailing public, they were
the trailing public is such a great. That's a good, get that merch out there.
I see my CLV wallet is like Costanza's. Yours is like a fucking paperclip.
CJ, next prop. What do you got?
All right. Well, let's see what we have here. I got confused with all that talk and the injury.
The boxes that you have going on here. You got the corner cheat sheet. I like that.
I like to parlay off. I usually don't do chalk main stud players, or try not to. But I like this guy. I like the game script. Even though I was just saying you could throw away that Bobo stats there of at Baltimore, because that's a tough one. But this one's gonna be a more competitive game, and I like what I'm seeing out of Amari Cooper with Cleveland.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's becoming a real alpha,
He's kind of their
top
guy.
10. Absolutely. And Watson, this is gonna be a baller type game of back and forth. And I think you can deny what Watson all you want, but they're gonna be getting after each other. His numbers are and his numbers are still low. It's like a routine Browns offense. 4 and 51.5.
Yeah,
are pretty low for a game that's going to be going. It's going to be a rock fight for sure down there in Baltimore. But it's for division. It's a huge game, and when you go to a huge game, you go to your big players.
Cooper's also just. I will say he's one guy that has stood out this year as just
putting up great quiet numbers.
Makes play after play.
And you watch him. He did the eyeball test. I mean, they are.
Yeah, he has some high level catches.
There's some shit quarterbacks.
Right, absolutely. And he's finally getting Watson back with a game under his belt here. I mean, he's putting up 90 in his sleep. So if I like him well over 51.5, or even 4 catches, because I think they're going to go to him when gets tough.
I think enough time has passed that I can bet on Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
Because he used to be a Cowboy.
Oh no, he's a Cleveland Brown. He is an absolute Cleveland Brown.
I know he does have the Cleveland Brown vibe.
And I will say, I'm gonna guess no one was planning on using a Watson ladder. That feels really it could get slippery. You might fall down with all that lube.
I'm not touching Deshaun Watson.
I was going through ladders earlier and I noted it, but his 275 plus is 11-1.
Wow.
Wait, Deshaun Watson to throw 275 yards is 11-1?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
For reference, Mac Jones is plus 350.
That's insane. That really is. I get it. Colts defense versus Baltimore defense, but I also think there's a little regression going to come with this Baltimore defense. So they couldn't be higher even in the market.
Even if you like Baltimore, there's a world where they get out ahead. Like imagine if it was
That's what I'm saying.
Sean,
even game script.
Yeah.
Pencil this down, because if they fall behind, this we might have to use this ladder in the future, but 200 yards is plus 220, or 225 yards is plus 230. 250 yards is 475.
Yeah,
and 275. They don't even have the 300.
And I think they're going to have trouble running the ball. So I think I like that a lot.
Very strange number. Very strange.
So wait, Ryan, what was your?
What do they know?
Did you give? How many have you given
I've given out 2.
Okay, you want to give out your third one?
I'm happy to give out.
What do you got?
One. Well, I've learned one thing about Will Levis. A little bit wrong about him. I do like his general
awesome.
pocket presence and willingness to fuck it and throw the ball down the field. he only throws the ball down the field. And so if you look at what DeAndre Hopkins has done with Will Levis, big plays down the field, over longest reception, 21.5 yards. It's one of those things. Maybe he gets no receptions, but if he gets a reception, it's most likely going to be down the field. It seems to be, if Vrabel is smart in any way, he listens to the analytics people when they say, all right, if you're gonna pound the rock and then take only deep shots. And so with Will Levis, you can be like, look, just take the deep shots. And maybe that's how you prevent him from making the big mistakes that think Desmond Ridder making some of those shorter throws. I don't know. So anyway, long way to get there. DeAndre Hopkins over 21.5 longest reception.
Love it. I like attacking the Tampa Bay secondary in the props market. Stay tuned for the ladder because there's a familiar name to some of you that could be popping up on the ladder here. Ryan, I'm going to go against your boy Lamar Jackson under 203.5 passing yards. He only had 186 last time they played Cleveland, and what? Why are you so mad?
Dare you? No, he only had 19 attempts because they were whooping their ass.
Well, I think there's a world where they either beat up on him.
I know that because I looked into the over.
Two, the game ends up being close. I just really like this Cleveland defense, even in. Well, also they were on the field for a ton of time in that game. I think with Deshaun Watson is a big upgrade over DTR. I think they're going to have more competent drives.
Although earlier in the season you said that he wasn't a big upgrade. So.
I was wrong. I was wrong. After I watched game 1 of DTR, I go, okay, I fucked up. I went too far. He is closer to PJ Walker.
Yes, that'll give you that. But when I say that about PJ Walker and Watson, like, you guys crazy? Like, what are you talking about here?
No, he is better than PJ Walker, but I don't know how.
We were
much
so
better.
excited about DTR. We were so excited about.
Well, you never know when you put these guys in. Kind of, especially if they flash a little bit in the preseason. They have the ability to run. There was some horrible play calling by Stefanski, but clearly he was in over his head there. So I like Lamar Jackson under 203.5. I think this is going to be your classic ugly AFC North game. I think they're going to be running the ball a lot. I think if the Ravens are moving the ball, I think Lamar does some stuff with his legs.
Like it.
CJ, prop number 3. What do we got for the folks?
Well, if you want to talk about quarterbacks and their legs and a guy coming back from action from a lot of hiatus, I always like that. The first game back, and an athletic quarterback who wants to prove it. He knows, and he'll have to go back to revert to his natural athleticism when things don't work. Shocked. Kyler Murray, he's got a low number, 26.5 rushing yards. I mean, I
also looked into this.
That's a very low number for Kyler Murray. I mean, for a first game back, yes, it is injured, but he's going to want to prove it to the fans. It's a big show in Atlanta, a game they can actually win. He's got his thirsty videos like, hey, I want to come back and play in the weight room, and everyone's like, yeah, we don't. All right, Kyler's over. He's gonna want to do it. I call him Russell Wilson's little brother, kind of. You know what I mean? He's a younger generation.
That works.
Too real. CJ.
Well, his name's Kyler. It works in so many ways.
He's just weird. He's a bit bizarre. Teammates don't know what to do with him, but he's a hell of an athlete. I mean, I would love them to play for those Vegas days as well. 26.5 rushing yards. I like him coming back and hitting.
Let's go.
Before he got hurt last season, he only went under that number twice.
I mean,
and he's not going to know the offense,
right? That's what I'm saying. He's not going to come back. He's not going to be crispy throwing the ball. So
what are you
he's
saying?
Going to run the ball a lot.
You saying he's busy doing something else?
I mean, yeah. They did. We do recall the homework time clause that they put in the contract.
They did remove it.
What a cruel joke with that is, because he's playing too many video games and then he gets hurt where that's all you have to do is sit in your room and play video games.
Yeah.
And you know what though? He's going to shock the world and come back. The whole time he's been studying. He's been doing nothing but studying. He's going to crush. Sean, we will be starting Kyler Murray in one of the industry leagues this week. So you can thank me for scraping those waiver wires.
Making Bacon, our favorite New Zealand butcher, pointing out Watson shoot. Wasn't it? So we had talked about shoots and ladders of going alt unders, and I think next week we got to remind ourselves to come up with a shoot to balance out the ladder.
Do they even offer those
alt unders? Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, on props.
A pleaser, like for
like sending the number the other way.
I'm pretty sure they do. At least At least now you might not be able to play them individually, but I'm pretty sure they do in like the same game parlay market.
Interesting. I don't know if you could. Yeah, I always thought like they would like put a huge minus number to go under, but not to play it as a plus number.
I've
maybe wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, but I thought you could do all.
I want you to be right. That's for sure.
We'll dig it.
No, it's generally just
for game totals, right? For all unders.
But yeah,
you're right. Maybe not for player props, because they know if you just get injured, you'll cash it.
Right. I mean, you have. Plus, I got to hit more at a much higher rate.
You know, in the range of outcomes. All right, Sean. What prop are we on?
I've given out 3. I think CJ's given out 3.
Yep.
Correct.
Yes, correct.
All right, perfect time to talk about. Remind people, show's brought to you by BetterHelp. Ooh, BetterHelp. Holidays are here. Stressful time. Maybe you lost someone, going through some tough times, end of the year. There's plenty of reasons to get stressed out, and there's plenty of reasons why it would be good to talk to someone. Don't be afraid to. You don't even have to pick up the phone. You can just pick up your laptop, your phone, whatever it is. Connect. Head over to BetterHelp.com/SGPN. Think how many great athletes have talked to someone, seen a sports psychiatrist. Really, nothing to be ashamed of. Get your brain on the same page. It's easy to beat yourself up for stuff and get stressed out. You don't need to. Find your bright spot this season with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/SGPN today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp.com/SGPN. We're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Oh man. Love some Underdog Fantasy. We just got down, Ryan. If you listen to the college basketball picks show, we got down on a nice little a 2-pick entry plus 300 over on Underdog.
Nice.
Now, of course, they are still running the $100,000 sweepstakes. All you got to do is play one of the featured guys. They rotate in different players each game. This one we're recording here Thursday night. Austin Eckler. 87.5 yards. Are we going higher or lower?
Kramer?
Total. This is total yards. Yeah, against Detroit.
Higher.
I kind of like less. CJ, be the deciding factor. Higher, lower. Austin Eckler, 87.5 yards.
I mean, life's too short for lowers.
That's where I'm at too.
Higher it is.
I'm kind of higher culture. Over
Eckler
here.
back.
I know that.
And he makes that offense go. And Chargers in a dog formation. I like it.
I'm going to tie it together with Joel Embiid, higher 29.5 points.
Yes.
$100 would win you $300. Underdog Fantasy, promo code SGPN, 100% deposit bonus up to $100. Promo code SGPN. Okay, Pretzel Crust Pete is in the chat. Can I shout out to him
before you shout out Pretzel Crust Pete? Also, should make people aware playoff best ball.
Oh yeah, that's super fun.
It's the streets are open. We have no idea who's going to be in the playoffs, but you can start drafting.
That's why it makes it fun. I look back at some of mine from last year, and there are some comment. Well, because you get the interesting guys are the like big name guys on the potential wildcard teams, like the Chargers. Austin Eckler would be like a really interesting pick because if he gets in, they win 1 or 2 games.
There's a couple teams like that.
Yeah,
J Mark might draft his Bears, thinking that they're going to make the playoffs and have a completely unique team.
Yes, certainly unique indeed. All right, we got more props. Let's get to it, and we're almost at the ladder. I am higher than market on this Giants team against the Dallas Cowboys. This is reverse or bizarro Sean here.
Strange.
Give me Jalen Hyatt over 13.5 receiving yards.
Yeah.
This is a garbage time play. He's gone over this 3 out of the last 4 games. All he really needs is 1 catch. I mean the Cowboys are susceptible to deep shots. 13.5 receiving yards. If you're drawing up stuff, draw up some easy bubble screens for Jalen Hyatt. Ryan, am I crazy for taking Hyatt over?
You're not going to see Hyatt do anything but run down the field, most likely. So you're going to need that 1 catch.
Just 1 catch.
Yeah, you're gonna, and basically they've only been using him as a if they get 2 up on the line of scrimmage against this bullshit short game stuff, send it deep. And unfortunately, Tommy DeVito's deep ball floats a little bit.
How dare you? How dare you?
So Drake May right now is number 1 in the club.
Wow!
Just, if you guys want a quick update, I've started watching.
I was letting CJ know that you liked Caleb Williams crying, and I was wondering, Caleb Williams, is he higher or lower?
No. Wait, hold on a second. What I said was, in a land where everyone opts out and doesn't give a shit, I love someone with a little bit of passion.
You fell for that one. That's good. No, how long have you lived in Los Angeles? Here,
if it's fake, good. And the way that I finished the point was, if it's real, he'll play the rest of the season. If it's not real, he'll sit out.
You could see the ring lights in the shot that he set up. I mean, the bet detective was all over that.
Yes, that was. CJ, did you share? I know you were telling me during the Thursday night game, but have you shared with our audience your conspiracy theory about the Carolina Panthers?
Carolina Panthers. This is
bet detective on the case.
This is very deep. I mean, if we want to go on a show. I mean,
maybe a little music to get them started.
Sure, it's very layered. Absolutely.
Well, conspiracies out there.
It's very layered. What's obvious to me that with this Carolina Panthers selection of Bryce Young, number 1 overall, that no one consensus wanted except for, they say, the owner.
Yeah.
That they drafted Bryce Young in order to ensure the tanking of the season to get Caleb Williams. And you say, but wait a minute, they don't have that number 1 pick. They traded that to Chicago to get that pick. That's right. But they're going to trade again and keep that going in perpetuity. That way, the Bears never actually use that pick. You got Caleb Williams, and then it switches over to the next one and the next one until football is eventually advanced for our
If Caleb
society.
Williams was going to be a bust, he would be a Bear.
Right.
Oh,
that's true.
I don't know what it is. That's got to be tough.
The Bears just cannot figure out the quarterback position. CJ,
but Andy Dalton would not have gotten this the number 1 pick. That's what
20 years ago today, the Giants number 1 overall pick.
I'm going to continue on with that with the Kyler Murray game and his comeback and his partner in crime, Hollywood Brown. I was a week.
You love Hollywood.
I was a week early. Well, I know, and I see the chat room. I'm still catching strays from my Rondell Moore situation over there, and I'm ready to clean the slate. And Hollywood Brown's going to clean the slate. Say, okay, Dad's back. You know, the little brother's back, and Murray and Brown has their connection. That's why he left Lamar Jackson for it. Yeah. Over longest receptions, probably the best way to go about him. At 20.5 yards.
College buddies.
Right. Not on the offense. Absolutely. College buddies. And
he was hurt in Baltimore. He went to his college buddy. He went like, hey, bro, I need to lay low for a little while.
So Kyler Murray's going to be doing some running. He's going to be doing some bombing. He's going to be anything that's not the actual offense. So I'm going to take over 20.5 longest reception, Hollywood Brown, and restore some order there.
You know what, though? The way the NFL's going, Kyler Murray's going to make the Pro Bowl. That's my, it's going to be Jared Goff, Kyler Murray,
and Anthony Wright, who is the or Hundley, who's the Ravens backup quarterback? Played 3 games. Yeah.
Jalen Hurts will be a Pro Bowler, but he won't be at the Pro Bowl because he'll be at the Super Bowl. Sean,
thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I was surprised you were hurt that he wasn't going to be at the Pro Bowl. You don't want to be at the Pro Bowl.
I didn't say that.
Pro Bowl's for losers.
I wasn't upset that he wasn't at the Pro Bowl.
That's how Hundley.
But yeah, Kyler Murray, Pro Bowler. Is that what we're getting?
I like that.
It's got Pro Bowler vibes.
I kind of like it.
Kramer, prop us.
Taking Cousin's spot.
So I also had Kamara. So this is I'll find another one just to make sure I can balance it out. Kenny Pickett. I do like Kenny. So I wasn't kidding when I said I was watching some film on the college guys, and I just somehow came into watching a little bit of tape on this Green Bay team. And why Kenny Pickett's going to shred him. There's all these quarterbacks on the internet that do film breaks.
Yeah, it is fun.
And honestly, I feel like I've been learning a lot. Anyway, plus 190 for Kenny Pickett to go over 1.5 passing touchdowns. He's going to absolutely shred the middle of the field. Not only does he excel against this stuff, I think Deontay Johnson, as I mentioned earlier, so I'm stacking some props here. Went over on the Deontay Johnson yards. I'm going over on the Kenny Pickett passing touchdowns because it's plus 190. That's insane. He's going to be able to find some space over the middle, and maybe you even get lucky with a Jaylen Warren screen pass type of deal. So let LFG, as the kids say. Kids don't say that anymore.
And I did you give an update on Jair Alexander, because I know you mentioned him up top, but I don't think it's looking it's looking good for him.
What I said is I don't think it matters because he'll be consumed with Pickens.
Yeah.
I think the reason you like Pickett and Deontay Johnson in this matchup is because they're going to be able to operate over the middle of the field. That's going to work nicely with the running game. And I think, Jaylen Warren is that little icing on the cake. We were at dinner tonight I was at dinner with the family and do that thing where the daughter orders some ice cream and then they bring out the really special, like fancy brownie thing that on us. Yeah, that's the little piece of a pretzel on top that I ate. That's the Jaylen Warren.
Yeah.
So maybe it gets loose for an extra a bonus touchdown, but plus 190 is a horrible. This is where I wish, like, where are the passing touchdown ladders of the past?
Right.
Do you remember? You used to be able to go 1.5, 2.5, 3.
Yeah, I think they put them out, but like day of, right?
They've taken all the candy away.
For me, heading over to Germany to fade Mac McCorkle Jones.
It's a baby fucking wheel, man.
Of course, there was a report that came out that people inside the building are infuriated with Mac Jones' decision making. Oh, he's a guy you want to fade, and I'm not shocked if he doesn't finish this game. I'm taking under 221.5 passing yards in his last 7 games. How many times has he gone over 221.5? CJ, 7
3
games. What?
I was gonna guess one. You didn't come to me. I was gonna guess one.
I said 3.
CJ's a better actor for that.
Right. I did a fake think about it.
Yeah, come on.
I did a fake think about it. You don't want to guess.
Is that what you're looking for?
And the key is you don't want to guess the correct answer.
Yeah,
you want to give something that's so outlandish that he goes, "What? I would never guess that," and that makes the play even better.
I always try to guess the exact.
I know,
right?
Thing. He's trying to do this.
Doing it wrong
the
this
nerd
whole
stat
time.
over here.
The whole time.
You got to build drama.
I mean, Bill Belichick is supposedly on the hot seat from somewhat reliable sources. You think?
Got to be careful saying I'm talking about hot seats and
in Germany.
playing in Germany
okay,
over there, Sean.
I know.
Well,
Pretty sensitive.
2.5 quarters of Mac Jones sucking. You think he's gonna let him continue to
sucking? Hot seats, Germany.
Wouldn't it be fucking hilarious if all of a sudden Bill Belichick just looks 20 years younger? He went off to one of those German camps to get his face done up, get some of that TB12 shot directly into his head. Remember when A-Rod used to take the plane over to Germany, come back, and he's like, hip feels fine. I'm good to go. I mean, no one had a problem with that.
No one did.
That's where Connor Stallions came from.
Yeah, my show got away from me today when I talked about what I thought Belichick was doing in Germany. By the way, if you want to look up the bottom line bombs.
Oh, now I got to go listen.
Yeah, it got away from me.
Oh, he's a deviant fellow.
Absolutely, he's a deviant.
You think he's making a trip up to Amsterdam? Probably. Yeah?
Well, and also there's probably a reason they didn't bring over J.C. Jackson. Maybe J.C. Jackson. There's a reason they left him in the United States.
Curfew. What the fuck are you talking about?
You want to talk about losing the team?
I mean, my God. What
really
is that
happened,
code for?
He overheard Belichick ordering his humans to be slain for his European trip. He's going over to one of those Eastern Bloc countries, like the hostile country.
Curfew had
do some hunting,
right? Curfew had to be the name of a guy he cut or something like that. Like, what is he talking about?
CJ, final non-ladder prop.
Final non-ladder now.
Well, we do have touchdown bets and DJs.
I'm a little worried, Sean, about your ladder because I picked up on the clues. I think we might have similar ladders.
No,
but I'll let you do your ladder. And I think I might be able to add on to it.
Gotta
anyway.
watch out talking about your ladder around Sean.
No, I like it. I like that it's out there because it gives me time to audible. This one's a little step ladder I got to throw with it.
Okay.
This is just a mini one.
This is not official ladder.
There's not an official ladder, but you can take a couple steps and reach what you need to do, and you'll still have a hell of a treat. We're going to your guy, my guy.
Tommy DeVito?
I think I'm the only one who actually watched a full game of the Giants Raiders game. I mean, beginning to end.
My cousins were in the building
because it was on the play. I mean, that means they didn't see any of the game.
He goes, it was really one of the worst football games I've ever seen.
It was incredibly terrible, and I watched all of it on the plane because that was the only play. Above the Clouds was the only market where that game came in, while everyone else was watching Philly Dallas. I'm watching all of it, and then Tommy DeVito, he's no Ben DiNucci.
Well, that's the worst thing. The planes take the New York feed.
I know.
So you get stuck with the New York.
I got New York feed. I got the New York local news afterwards. They were plugging on Tommy DeVito. Now his rushing stats is only a very doable 10.5 yards for a guy who's not allowed to throw the ball and who tries to run with his head down. He likes taking. Now what does scare me is a concussion is coming because he leads with his head like a dumb billy goat.
Let's hope not.
Right. Absolutely
it's
not.
Matt Barkley and Jacob Eason behind them.
So the Jacob Eason is there. This is good because I was going to say it's been 2 weeks in a row where they only had 2 active quarterbacks in there, and they keep throwing Saquon as an emergency quarterback.
Eason probably will be dressed. He's on the practice squad.
I mean, that's insane. What is the damn rule? It's like it's only the most important position on the field. Why can't we have 3 guys?
I thought all
there?
the 49ers whining made everyone allowed to have 3 quarterbacks. What is this rule? It makes no sense.
They have 3 quarterbacks
active,
but that's the thing. You don't have to activate.
I know, but then they never do, and then we're stuck with this.
Now, Tommy DeVito, he might not be the best runner.
Well, for example, Tommy DeVito, the first time he had to come in, he was not activated. He was the emergency quarterback.
So they did have. Yeah, you're right.
Now this is the first game he's actually starting. Week of practice.
He's practicing
before Vegas. He was in the robe and the boat in the house shoes, with the Dolce & Gabbana glasses.
Seeing ducks in the pool and freaking
out. Absolutely. He couldn't believe Danny Dime. How did Danny get hurt? Just going, he just dropping back. Not on. So.
Not wrong.
Now all I want is a willing runner, and Tommy DeVito, he's a willing runner. He's not like the best runner.
If you watched him at Syracuse or Illinois, he'll run.
Yeah, he'll run.
He gets scared.
Head down, and that's his first instinct. That's his second
scouting report
is always run.
Second he
guard
sees the
traps.
blitz, go.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
That's how it works.
So you looking at 10.5 rushing yards and a quick ladder to bring it up.
It's a tiny little ladder.
Tiny little ladder to bring her up.
All right.
25 yards. Looking at plus 310.
Okay.
Pretty simple.
All right. I might have to add that.
Add that. I mean, it's plus 310. And look at this. We're not even going all the way to the top.
I hate that.
A 40-yard. That's a big pizza pie. I put a little pepperoni in this. I put a little pepperoni in this one. Is 0 to 4. A big. When the moon hits your eye, like a Tommy DeVito pizza pie. 40 yards gets you plus 950. Are you out of your mind?
That's crazy.
And he's going to be chased around all game in that. And
CJ, can you add a pretzel crust around that?
I can't do a little pretzel crust of salt. You'll be up for a week, but hey, that's what you get when you after left to Vegas. You need to come down. So backing down to Dallas. I mean, put a little pizza crust, Paulton, 4-quarter calzone,
I like
4-quarter calzone.
I like this idea.
Just pure rushing, just a little stat. That's all you got. That's pretty high. Not plus 950 is juicy.
I like everything about that.
All right. And he'll definitely hit the 10.5. That's without, unless he gets hurt, he will hit the 10.5. That is a guarantee from the.
If you didn't get to see Sean live, watch Jaron Hall get concussed inches short of.
At least it was
that was insane. I mean, that was insane. He had the corner. Just
get it right
in the corner. I know.
And then you're like, you see him go down. You're like, no, don't go. Don't get small. Extend.
He went down the worst way you could possibly do, like a hermit crab, just crawled up and led with his brain,
and just like went. He bent down to the perfect spot to get concussed by the defender. It was insane. Worst case scenario. Kramer, polish it off. What's your last prop before we get to the ladder? People are done. The ladder chatter. They're storming the gates with the ladder. The chat is about to overwhelm us.
And that's how you storm the gates with the ladder. You would put it up and with the hot oil, Van Ford on them.
Kyle P from Vikings fan saying, "I'm baked and now I got to order me some Little C's." Kyle said he mistakenly cheered for the touchdown because he thought it was in. I did
know.
too.
All he had to do was hit.
I was like, oh.
It was a pretty remarkable situation. All right. I've been going back to the well here. I think this is now week 3 in a row. We're going over on a Mark Andrews something. This week I'm going to the receptions over 4.5 plus 125. I'm getting plus odds. B, in the past I've gone receiving yards because I think some bigger plays are going to be there. In this game, I think it's going to be the opposite. I think it's going to be some safety valve stuff. And Mark Andrews is coming on. He's very clearly starting to establish himself in the fantasy world as the number 2 tight end. And let's go over 4.5 plus 125.
Woo!
Again, I mean, would you rather play that or the 54.5 yards
for Andrews?
I like the receptions.
I like receptions.
You get the plus odds. It's only
I like reception because it's gonna be a lot of nip and tuck in that game. It's gonna be rock. I don't see a lot of like open. I think I think they both hit. I think it's like a big game, but I think receptions are safer.
Coming off a 9. I mean, 3 games before last game, 4-4-4. So hopefully,
and in these big games, they go to the go-to guys.
Got those 4s out of his system. All right, so I actually gave out 6 props.
Sorry, Ryan, can't hear you. Moving the ladders into place. All right, I'll give out my first ladder.
Sean's been very excited to give out this ladder.
Oh, I have been. This is we've talked about this guy a couple times. I think on the Thursday night props I was on him. I'm going back to the well. I like him touchdowns. Him to score 2 touchdowns is 75-1, but I will give out the receiving ladder.
You're doing a touchdown ladder?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing a receiving yards ladder for Kyle Phillips. Woo. Love this matchup. Kyle Phillips seemingly is the guy for Will Levis. I mean, coming off, you saw what CJ Stroud did.
I'm doing it.
What do you mean?
I'm looking at my. I drafted so much Ryan Tannehill, as you know, in underdog baseball. This I have Kyle Phillips, and I want to look up what. So
Kyle Phillips, 5 targets, 4 catches, 68 yards against the Steelers defense, which solid defense. Now imagine him with a couple extra days of rest to prepare, work up some more routes with the quarterback Will Levis, and going against this Bucks secondary, which you can really throw on, especially some deep shots. Kyle Phillips, maybe even a Waz release, CJ, if you're interested. But 60 receiving yards for Kyle Phillips. Again, he had 68 last week against a pretty good Steelers defense, plus 425 just to get 60 yards, 70 yards. We're talking about a plus 710 investment opportunity. 80. I mean, you're a peeping Tom, and that at that range, you're looking into other windows. You're seeing stuff you're not supposed to see. You're so high up on that ladder, and it pays $12.50. You can get 90 receiving yards. Doesn't even need to get 100 receiving yards. 90 plus 21.55. Oh, did I steal your?
No, go for it.
Oh, wow. Oh, sorry.
Not at all. I was helping you out because.
Oh, wow.
Listen, I know how to pivot.
He's got
Jesus
a pivot
Christ,
plan.
I didn't want to.
He's got a pivot plan.
I didn't want to trying to bum the ladder out. I was trying to help it. You guys just pulled the plug on it.
God.
No. I
not the
I love it.
First of all, I love the Kyle Phillips ladder.
Yes.
No Treylon Burks either because of the concussion. Which is
great
huge,
point. Great point.
Which is also huge.
I have one team with Kyle Phillips. It's currently advancing in Best Ball Mania 4, 59,000th place overall. It's a bring back for a CJ Stroud, Robert Woods single stack team. So yeah, let's fucking go.
I was going to even suggest, and this is what I was going to do with the. I trust me, I can pivot off the Kyle Phillips. I love the Kyle Phillips ladder. I give it out to all the clients. You can even divvy up the ladders and go multi ladders. When you know how we hook up the ladders with the hooks on hooks,
scaffolding.
The scaffolding can get better prices. Now, DraftKings early on your first ladder, before you leap over and parkour over to your bet on lines, at 40 yards is 3-1.
Ooh,
at DraftKings.
Wow.
50 yards 5-1. 60 yards 9-1.
Really? And
for Kyle Phillips. Back to Kyle Phillips. And then when you over to, and then their bigger ones they didn't have, but then when you put in the bet on lines are nowhere near that. And that's why I gave you the 80s where you found that the 14-1 and the 91.
We need someone to do ladder shot
22 to 60. Here's your bet on lines.
And we need to get
here's your
can we get some ratings on
your DraftKings? You can move them around and go ladder to ladder, and you hook up in ladders and you horizontal ladder.
This feels like one of those villages in like a sci-fi movie. Like they're just walking through trees hooked together.
Absolutely.
And
he's definitely a wide angle release. Sorry to cut you off like that.
No.
I mean, he's a speedster. He returns punts, and he's white. I mean, he's the classic. People take bad angles for him because he's white. And he's a speedster because I can't believe he got by. No, he's just as fast as everybody else. You just can't believe it.
He is in the NFL.
Right.
He's so white. His middle name is Michael.
Yeah.
You know where? Oh, he's from Vegas.
Yeah.
Okay. He's only 24. Another UCLA guy. Sean's finding himself a type.
I'm all in.
Cut you off. I love it.
No. It's great. I feel better. I feel more secure about our ladder now that we're on the same angle.
Like I said, I can still pivot to do another white angle release. The numbers weren't out, but they're very similar to a Kyle Phillips.
Let's hear
it.
I
can't imagine.
All right, I'll go for. Let me get out. Let me just sweep this out of the way because Saquon went with nothing going on offense. Hold on, you're not listening.
I am.
Saquon with nothing going on offense rushed for 90 yards against the Raiders.
I believe I gave that out here last week.
In an optimal scenario,
yep,
with Antonio Pierce and everyone else's testosterone at peak levels. Now they face the other New York team. They're feeling themselves. And Breece Hall is the ultimate boomer bust guy. I thought about making this a combo yards, but the rushing yards were just too damn good. And again, Barkley with a backup quarterback and no help got 90 yards on only 16 carries. Breece Hall will start the ladder at 70 yards plus 105. We'll then go 80 yards plus 165, 90 yards plus 225, 100 yards plus 390, 110, 6-1, 120 plus 850. Check back closer to kick. I'm playing the ladder.
Yeah, you can keep going.
He's had 2 games over 120 this season. Right. Very boomer bust, like I said. I would, if you can find a ladder any higher than that, I would still sprinkle it. Now I've also refined my ladder strategy. So I gave you all 6 steps of the ladder.
Yeah.
Yes.
What I'm actually, the way I'm actually going to break up the units now is I'm going to ignore that base level. I'm going to ignore the second level. I'm only going to play the top 4 levels. So I'm going to go plus 255, 90, plus 390, 100, plus 600 for 110, and plus 850 for 120. I'm leaning into a little bit more of a dangerous.
Wow,
ladder.
that is a dangerous ladder. It's a wobbly ladder.
You know what? I don't need
but
you to,
but it'll get you there.
I don't need you to hold the ladder, and I am going to be shaking a tree. So maybe
Prop
let's hope I
that
don't
ladder.
fall.
Right.
You ever seen those videos where like they lose their leverage point and they kick their own ladder out like idiots?
Exactly.
All right.
Hey, if you want the fruit, you got to go out on a limb.
Sean, I could tell when you were listening there. You're like, that's a good ladder.
I'm enjoying it.
I did like your handicapping. I did like your handicap. No, I loved your handicapping because Saquon had no help quarterback wise. And then you go to Breece Hall, you just skimmed over. Has he got Namath coming in for
Zach
him?
Wilson. I'll trade Tommy DeVito for Zach Wilson right now. Straight
really?
up.
Fair enough.
I think Dable could fix Zach Wilson.
Oh wow, that's optimism.
Look who he's working with. He's working with the Nathaniel Hackett. I mean,
Dable is the coach of the year.
Say all you want about Zach Wilson.
Sure, I have.
He's obviously not as intelligent as Aaron Rodgers, so he's running the wrong. It's the wrong offense.
He puts his AirPods in his
I
head.
would love to see the footage of these coaches right after Aaron Rodgers gets hurt, like the hard knocks.
Great. That's what I love about it. It's not what we say about Zach Wilson. It's what they've said about Zach Wilson.
They were really.
The Jets have said about it. You know? Right. Unbelievable. Yeah. Are you afraid of the Raiders scout team being on the sideline now that Antonio Pierce? What a great gesture. I love that. It's just because I love Pierce and like that story turns into a positive. If
oh my God,
if McDaniels did that, they'd be like, oh, he's making them come into the office on Sunday and work. These guys don't even get paid and they got to play their practice squad. Who does that as the practice squad on the sideline? They don't want to be there.
And also what I found, not to get off topic, what I found incredibly funny about the whole thing is how everyone is so quick to point out how like there's a weight lifted. It felt like we weren't walking on eggshells.
Right.
That's how it is every time a boss gets fired.
Right.
Yeah. Like find me a situation where everyone isn't like, yes, that guy was a fucking asshole.
Exactly. Yeah. Good point.
I mean, yeah, not to tease, but man, cannot wait to bet on the
hammer those Jets.
I have a Jets bet and it's disgusting, but it's one of my favorite bets of the week.
Ooh, love it.
All right, stay tuned for that. Hey, shout out to Game Time. Maybe you want to go to Jets Raiders and you're looking around trying to get some last minute tickets. Well, you can get that low price guarantee over at Game Time. Very easy to get set up with Game Time. They got you covered for football, basketball, concerts, comedy, even the fine arts, theater. They got you covered. They got that low price guaranteed. If you can find a lower price, same section, same row, they'll give you 110% of the difference guaranteed. That's a Game Time guarantee. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code SGPN for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create that account, redeem the code SGPN for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. And of course, we're also brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets. Love optimizing my parlays. So fun. I mean, Ryan, we were 8-1 on the Thursday night prop show, and the only prop we got wrong was me giving out Tommy Tremble at 12-1. Bit of a long shot, but yeah, every time we're giving out these props, I'm running it through Hall of Fame Bets. They make researching so much easier. Instead of doing a ton of just scraping through data and adding up stuff manually, stop betting in the dark and join over 30,000 users researching with Hall of Fame bets to craft more intelligent, data-driven parlays. Download the Hall of Fame bets app or visit hofbets.com. Use code SGPN to get 50% off your first month. Start researching, start winning with Hall of Fame bets. CJ, do you have a ladder that you'd like to throw out to the people? Maybe you don't got all the numbers, but
I got a pivot ladder. The numbers are basically the same as Kyle Phillips. It's not exactly a specific number, and a very similar strategy.
Love it.
It's a white angle release, but the only difference, it's a little riskier.
I don't mind risking
because we have to. We're trying to anticipate maybe not quite an injury, but a tweaking. Is all we're looking for.
This is something I like.
But what we are getting is a much better assistant situation in quarterback when I go receiving yards. Sometimes that's been my downfall, where the numbers are there for a reason, because you need a lot of people to help out. And then Dobbs didn't help out, Seattle, whatever it is with the quarterback situation. But there's a mess going on in the receiver room in Cincinnati right now.
Yeah.
And T. Higgins came up in the injury report, hamstring Thursday. Now they just said he's not playing.
Yeah, he's out.
He's just out. Straight up out.
Week to week.
Yeah, and because of that, Jamar Chase, who at first we did not think was going to play, who's got a bad back, which is never good.
Not fun.
And so he's now saying he's going to give it a go because Higgins going to, which okay, even if he does give it a go, that's the kind of injury that comes right back, no pun intended, right back at you, and I can see him going in there, re-aggravating it and getting pulled right out. Why would he risk that?
I like it. You're leaning into that opt-out shit, huh?
Leaving it an opt-out. So I'm
he's not crying on the sideline.
I Danger Aaron in the YouTube chat saying CJ walking on stilts right now.
I have so many GIFs I would love to show you guys of ladders. There's nothing better than showing a GIF ladder.
You have a very good ladder and GIF game going.
So Tyler Boyd is Tyler Boyd. I'm not worried about Tyler Boyd. He plays his position, but who fills in for Higgins is the great
mechanic,
crocodile hunter mechanic Trenton Irwin, the son of a croc hunter.
Love it.
Trenton Irwin, who I think, and Burrow, of course, who is healthy now. Yeah. And that offense looks great. And the Bengals are great. I know they're the survivor pick of you fellas. They're my survivor selection as well. The lines come down a little bit because of these receiver news. I think Burrow moves on right along.
No, he's not going to miss T. Higgins.
Absolutely
not against this Texans defense. And Trenton Irwin is a great opportunity.
And when he did have his opportunity, he blew up. He had a 60-yard, 6 yards, and he feeds him a lot. So against this Texans secondary, Texans what a step up in class going into Cincinnati. I mean, this is yes, they had a great game last week, obviously, and their offense looks awesome, which I hope they do point up more points where it goes back and forth.
It's good for the player prop overs.
There's also a team that lost at Carolina a couple weeks ago, by the way. Let's not forget about that. So Trenton Irwin, he's going to start off at 20.5, much like Kyle Phillips. Ring that up. He's more of a receptions as well. He's not quite the speedster, but he is a wide angle release. He finds maneuvers, and you can't miss that mechanic target of the croc hunter, the long haired, the caveman style. Run that ladder all the way up. I mean, you're going to have to look for game day for the numbers, but I imagine they're very similar to Kyle Phillips.
Yeah. By the way, it does seem like after kind of going back and looking at the Jamar Chase thing, I don't know how. I think he was always going to play.
Chase,
but on the other side, for the Texans, Nico Collins kind of quietly missing practice. So something
I do like all those Texans receivers again. Tank Dell,
maybe a Tank Dell move.
And I did they wouldn't give us any numbers on any of the Texans. I was going to give out a Tank Dell or Dalton Schultz. They wouldn't give out anything. But I'll keep a wide angle release. And Trenton Irwin,
love Trenton Irwin.
He's more of the tall guy who can get that. He can hide Christmas gifts in his ladder. As some people like to save the kiddies, he likes to hide a Christmas gift in the change a light bulb maybe in the kitchen, the chandelier.
You know who he is? He's one of the thieves from Home Alone.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's what Trenton Irwin
is. Absolutely.
Marv,
keep the change, you filthy animals.
The sticky bandit himself.
Beautiful.
Or the wet bandit. What were they called? They are the wet bandits.
Yeah.
Very wet.
All right, man. Love it. Love some ladder chatter. I know the audience does. Hey, we are giving away a ladder, mini one, as part of our Patreon prize pack.
Just like this one?
Just like this. Although the one I found on PetSmart online is colored. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah. This is more functional. The color is more of a for the fan. For absolutely.
For if you have an actual bird. If you're one of those weird people who uses your mini ladders for the parrots.
There's a guy who comes in here every week asking for bird ladders, and he loves stating he has no bird.
Hey, sir, I'm not gonna let you buy any more ladders. Come on, give me those ladders. It's like when you get the allergy medicine, they make you give your driver's license. What are you gonna do with this?
What do you do with these ladders?
So yes, Patreon prize pack, t-shirt, hat, and ladder. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Patreon. Sunday Night Football first touchdowns. We got those, and then icing on the cake, the D-Gens only parlay. I'll kick off the Sunday night first touchdown. We got Jets Raiders. This game, it was a tough handle for me, but I think I found some nice spots here. Kramer, do you want to go first, or you want me to go?
So there's like I think there's two ways you can play this system.
Okay.
Play one, which is the way I'm going to play it, is quarterbacks and defenses. You play Zach Wilson at 25-1. You play Aiden O'Connell at 28-1. These are tremendous prices for quarterbacks. I get it. They're both more pocket passers. They're also both kind of they're going to deal with some pass rush. So the idea is they get down there, they get loose, they get in. The other side, the defenses. I mean, again, it's Aiden O'Connell, who let's see what he looks like against this Jets unit, and Zach Wilson speaks for himself. And so the defenses, Raiders 25-1, Jets, which. You tell me if this is surprising. 30-1.
Yeah, that's crazy that the Jets defensive price is higher. I went Jets DST at 30-1.
Why would they be higher?
I don't know. I think their defense is better and better at creating turnovers. I think it's just like an anti-Zach Wilson thing.
It's almost. I think it's like a broken algorithm.
Well, and
thing.
maybe
like they're going to have the
and
ball.
their special teams did just give up a touchdown.
That's true.
On the first for the first touchdown. So maybe they priced that in.
Worth pointing out, no touchdown score in this game. Only 40-1.
Yeah, I did see that.
We were discussing. I mean, Sean, what was it for Thursday Night Football? It was 100-1.
Right.
Yeah.
How are these games that different?
Yeah,
not very different.
Not very different at all.
So I'm on the Jets defense. Aiden O'Connell I like as well. I'm gonna go Hunter Renfrow, and I think at 25-1,
I saw that
might be my favorite one. And then Tyler Conklin, I'm gonna keep playing him at 17-1.
You love.
I love a good tight end,
and I like it kind of like should
have had one.
Once your receiver drops, the quarterback goes right back to him.
Yeah.
Well, this is the very next play.
Yeah.
Because it was the last play of the game, basically.
Come on.
And he dropped that touchdown, then the fourth down, get him his confidence back. I like that. I like Renfrow and Conklin that run down. Then another one 25-1 who I like that is their speedster Tucker.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
he's 25-1, and they unleashed him last week versus those Giants. And like he's the burn man. Devontae Adams is no longer that. I mean, he still is, but the way they bracket him and focus on him, he's not doing those straight deep balls anymore. He's their James Jett, if you will.
Like, it's worth noting the Giants really went out of their way to not let Devontae Adams beat him.
And it worked.
And so
it worked. Devontae Adams did not beat him. Everyone else did, but Devontae Adams did not.
Successful game plan.
Yeah, including Tucker, who's got blazing speed, and I can see them going deep.
Fun one.
Old school Raider style.
All right, time for everyone's favorite
#Degens only.
D-Gens only parlay.
How big did you go, Sean?
Well, and mine is actually just one guy doing two things. I always like to
at the same time.
At the same time,
one cup. Two guys.
Remember that broke the internet.
Oh, it did.
Nowadays, that would just be a fucking Monday morning.
This is
someone's shitting in a cup. Cool.
Although I think you know what I think that video was revolutionary for. It created the reaction videos that takes over the internet to this day. Everything's a reaction video, and Two Girls One Cup was more famous for the reaction videos to it than it was the actual.
It created the ripple.
Yep.
Funny use of the word ripple.
We should have CJ on the me and Colby's List podcast.
Oh yes,
it's in pre-production.
I'll do a lisp, a ripple lisp.
Well, we talk
just
about the ideas that we just talk about things. We rank things.
Colby has the
one day we'll do it.
List podcast where he talks about his hot takes while also having a lisp.
I like that.
I think Blake Bortles is better than Dak Prescott.
Top 10 lisps of all time.
And today we found out who's Colby's favorite basketball team is in college basketball.
Oh yeah, I mean I always knew who it was in in football, but we asked him what his favorite college basketball team was, and apparently
I am an East Carolina fan.
It sounds so much funnier too with headphones on. If you're only listening to it on like a speaker, do yourself a favor, rewind it and put on some headphones.
I am an East Carolina.
So you can hear the
It's so funny.
It's very nice.
So great.
It's very nice.
All right, here we go. Let's load it up. Ryan, I know you're a hater of his, but CJ and I, we're big fans.
Are you?
I love him.
You being racist?
No, I'm not. I'm not being racist at all. This guy's a made guy.
I love him.
Tommy DeVito. What if he gets in the end zone? He likes to run a lot. What if Tommy DeVito gets in the end zone twice?
2 cannolis?
130 to 1.
Come on. Oh my God. Pasta fazool. That's a big piece. That's a spicy meatball.
Put $100 on that. You got yourself a Kia. 13 grand out the door.
Oh, dude, that could possibly. I was telling Sean, I think that price is so high because they just don't even think the Giants are going to score 2 touchdowns.
No, that is definitely part of the handicap.
DeVito, but it's very doable.
Their team total is probably like 13.5.
That's it. That's beautiful, baby.
I don't hate
incredible.
the angle.
I love it.
I see what you did.
No, we've been talking about this.
Yeah.
I feel like we've had good fortune with it, with the exception of almost murdering Jaron Hall single-handedly.
Is he back? Are we sure he is?
Yeah, I mean, he might be dead. Of taking these young, Bajan had 2 rushing touchdowns.
Right.
These guys who are kind of coming out of nowhere, they panic, they don't know what to do, they run the ball, and maybe they'll get a touchdown.
Parlay that with 40 rushing yards at plus 950. Now we're talking. Now I can parlay that into a fortune.
His anytime's his anytime's 950.
That's crazy. I think that's a great bet right there.
Yeah. So obviously I like the anytime, but the DGen only part, give me 2 touchdowns.
I love it.
Tied into some rushing yards, maybe even Giants money line if you want to go insane.
Wheel it around, maybe.
Yeah.
Just get.
Well, I compared DeVito 1 touchdown and Giants money line. That was only 44 to 1. The DeVito 2 touchdowns, because DeVito 2 touchdowns that can happen in a loss as well. So I kind of like that one the best, and 130 to 1 is just bonkers.
That really is. I love it. First of all, I love any DeVito prop. Give me all the DeVito.
We're DeVito truthers.
All right. Let me get
They're not going to need to draft a quarterback. They got Tommy.
Where's the pizza pie? Here's the pizza pie number.
I'm gonna recommend that CJ go before me.
Okay.
It's just unlikely that you're gonna.
I doubt we're
You're not gonna top whatever just happened on my screen.
Beautiful.
Trust me.
Good.
It's unnecessarily reckless.
This is also a 2 touchdowner, but this is a parlay. We're gonna start off with a very doable 11 to 1 2 touchdown parlay. You got to start off with a little
easy one,
little calmness,
like some concrete, nice foundation.
And I won't be shocked if this didn't happen, but I have a very good feeling this 11 to 1 is going to hit. That's Brian Robinson.
Oh yeah, my fair price is -110 on that.
Yeah, I mean it's amazing.
Great,
really
for an anytime touchdown.
That's great.
Seattle gives up just tons of running back touchdowns and running back yards, and I know he's not in the passing game as much, but I think Washington's going to.
All right, I don't hate. I mean, he has exploded in bunches.
Yeah, and he gets down there, he will be the guy. He is the first, second down guy, and that's who they go. And he scores touchdowns. And I think Seattle is very susceptible to that. So 2 touchdowns for Brian Robinson, 11 to 1. Very shocked if that doesn't come in, but we're going to parlay that with because of the injury in that Atlanta game, which set up the best story in football.
Oh, here it is.
Of the rocket scientist, Josh Dobbs,
the Pastronaut,
but he's gonna
love it.
But he's gonna run astronaut for 2 touchdowns.
Oh wow!
Anytime touchdowns. Well, here's what he did. Yeah, he didn't. I'm like, oh, somebody learned the playbook. He was very spry and ran. I wanted to get his rushing stats, but maybe that's a preview for the VSiN show. But Josh Dobbs ran a lot in that game, and why? Because he doesn't know any of the plays.
Yeah.
And then what he did know was pressure came in the face. He rolled right, and he either found someone or he took off, and he was making moves. He had that one, of course, scamper in from a long distance. And you get him in short. He's going to get him short. He's going to run a lot because he's not going to know any of the plays again. Oh yeah, he did teach him the cadence. I love that. Oh my God, look at him with the lineman teaching him hot hike. Oh, what unbelievable with the genius of the rocket scientist. And he ran good. He looked like he ran good, and he wanted to run. And I think it's just like Kyler Murray. It's out of desperation when you don't know the plays that you're gonna have to break down. So, and that's at 29-1, I believe, for him to do touchdowns. Parlay that with Brian Robinson, that's 360-1.
Oh my God!
It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice.
Pretty nice. Ryan, I just sent you. Could you play an Instagram video?
Yeah, I could probably figure that out.
And just to feel.
Did you also want me to give out a D-Gen bet?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what
those things.
I don't know what you'd like to do first.
Two things at the same time.
But this one is. I actually tracked down a Tommy DeVito video of Tommy in the off season. It's pretty fun, Ryan. So
let's see some Tommy DeVito.
If you got time, if you're able to pull that up. On the show,
we're gonna.
Hey, perfect reminder. CJ Sullivan will be joining us tomorrow night, aka Friday night. If you're not listening live on our VSiN show, make sure you smash that subscribe button.
Smash! And I'll have a all new ladder.
All new ladder,
by the way. Maybe even physical ladder, but definitely different ladder steps to take.
It's a lot of fun having CJ on the show. And if you go to vsin.com, get the subscription, but also if you, I was vamping because I was laughing hard at the video that we're pulling up.
I'm sorry. This is very unprofessional.
Oh my God, my heart can't take this. It's so funny.
How do I get it to the beginning? I'll just hit refresh.
This fucking guy.
If you have YouTube TV, just put Sports Gambling Podcast in there. You can record it. If you're not up at those hours, it's easy and it's a fun watch.
Honestly, if you just like it, it just records everything. It's one of the,
and that's what's sweet about YouTube TV. You have unlimited record time, so don't worry about it.
Look at this setup. Look at the triangle we got going here. We got our own ladder going. Now this is New York Giants quarterback right here.
Yeah, this is. I'm pretty sure. I mean, his name is. I'm pretty sure it's Tommy DeVito.
Tommy DeVito. All right.
It says right here, Tommy DeVito. You racist.
Hey, you doing Instagram? It's Big Time Tommy. And here's my thought of the day from Delray Beach. For all those people that tell you that they got your back, words are cheap. Actions speak louder than words. Because that's the way they did it back in the old school days. Make America old school again. OS for life. Take it easy.
Oh my God!
I want my cheese balls.
You
give me my cheese balls.
You
old school Tommy.
You beautiful meatball. You.
He is a fun follow.
Is that the cheese balls guy now from now today? That'd be hilarious.
I need a forensic file.
The OG Jersey Shore, the MTV True Life Jersey Shore.
Yeah, before the Jersey Shore.
Cheese balls?
Guys gonna fucking smash some
just fighting
twerps in line to get his fucking fried cheese balls. You fat fuck.
Yeah, you can't see your dick. You don't know where my dick yet.
I'll tell you a quick aside about one of my last trips to New Jersey. I went out with some friends. This was probably, we were nearing 30 at this point. If not, some of us might have already been 30. Only place in town we can go out was, I want to say it was a country bar up in the hills a little bit. And we get there, and of course, it's just littered with fucking little Italian dudes everywhere. Short, tight shirts, the chain, the whole nine.
White Fila sneaks.
And you know, again, we're almost 30. We're just there because it's the only fucking bar that's open. We're hanging out, and this guy comes over. He just tries to hit on one of the girls that's with us. We're like, dude, fucking get lost.
Yeah.
3 minutes later, him and 4 of his buddies come back. I kid you not, they're all up to our nipples. And it's just like, that was the moment where I was like, oh shit, the stereotypes.
Absolutely.
Fucking 100%.
They're probably my friends you're talking about.
Oh, dude. I mean, it's, you know, hey, but I do miss the food.
Their personalities. The
food out here is bullshit.
Personality. That's incredible. So that was amazing footage you found there, Sean, of Tommy DeVito.
Very offensive, by the way.
Why?
Very offensive.
There's nothing offensive about that.
You keep being offensive with this Italian American shit. One day you're gonna wake up with a fucking horse in the foot of your bed.
Kramer, you haven't given people your DJ.
I was because I'm
we got a little distracted.
I'm filibustering.
The way he combined sayings that DeVito was hilarious.
Oh yeah.
This time the big Tommy saying of the day. Those who got your back words and make America old school. What? The fuck?
It really is
just
the thing.
a blender.
Yeah, right. Just a. A blind squirrel gets a fucking nut.
It's
Blind
noises.
squirrel won't get you back. Forget about it.
It's noises in the form of words that don't make sense.
Never rat on your friends.
It's like a
Put the
DJ
coin
just
flip. Yeah.
smashing the buttons like bang, bang, bang.
It is. It's like a soundboard though. Of just Degatanos.
Fugazi. All right. So
let's hear this to John.
I was going to do single touchdowns here, but then you guys were all doing double touchdowns. So I said, what would this look like? Deshaun Watson's playing football against an elite defense this weekend. We watched him launch
Deshaun Watson.
We watched him launch a number of ill-advised throws last week. Baltimore Ravens, 2 touchdowns. That's 70-1.
Defense.
Jesus.
Yes, defense. Special teams, 2 touchdowns, 70-1. If you want to do that standalone,
that's still pretty.
That's
crazy.
awesome.
Yeah,
but we're going to be round robining this. You know, I'm doing more than 2.
Yes.
We're also going to look to the Pastronaut. I think he might have some. I don't want to cause any death, so maybe some rough landings. But the Saints defense is primed to be opportunistic in this one. Cam Akers just busted the Achilles. 2 touchdowns for the Saints defense special teams. 80-1. Another nice standalone bet. Last one, we're going to Monday night. Aiden O'Connell again. That game got out of hand quick. Didn't get tested much. Now going against the Jets, and they could fall behind in this one. 2 touchdowns for the Jets defense special teams. 75-1. Nice standalone bet.
Let's get it.
If you put them all 3 together,
come on,
don't do it, Ryan.
That's just,
which I recommend the round robin.
This is too much.
Plus 437-07-500.
Is that a phone number? Are you dialing?
I'm dialing international. Oh, with Sean, by the way, calling international is a great way to go. Even take the DGen to the next level.
Calling international is a great segment.
It's like a little phone card and
a $1 bet here
could change
would pay you
life.
$437,000.
Oh my God!
I better see some goddamn screenshots.
Yeah, come on, put that in.
If they let it come in, that's amazing.
better see some goddamn screenshots. Max bets probably for if I try to do this, can I get down for $1?
I like giving out like a.
That's the most ridiculous bet I've ever given out on this show. I think Sean, have I ever given out a bet?
I love having a
8
syndicate
figures?
A syndicate of people opening up accounts and put in dollar parlays all around the country.
Get before they them. You got to get a fresh account because you don't want to get limited. So get that 365 account.
Oh yeah,
and then hit them for $500,000.
Let's go.
We're gonna take them down. If this hits, we're gonna get some real. It's gonna be like that scene in 2 for the Money where he's jogging in the park and 2 large Puerto Rican fellows beat the crap out of him, and the older man comes over and pisses all over his face. We're gonna take them all down this weekend.
This is the week. Oh man, what a show! What a week of shows. A ton of great ones in the books. If you're listening to this on Friday, still time to get in on the college basketball picks episode. Nice little bonus episode there. Tune into our VSiN show Friday night, aka tonight for many of you. CJ will be joining us as a guest. More ladder talk,
brand new
ladder chatter,
fan favorite. By the way,
yes,
Oh, thank you. I love.
Not only from the fans, but the guys behind the scenes at VSiN.
The producer.
One of the VSiN guys is like, "Hey, where's the ladder guy?" I didn't call in today.
I've always killed with the crew, as they say in the show biz.
Man of the people.
Yeah, exactly.
Kill it around the craft services table.
That's why. Those are my people.
He's the man of the people, and he's the man in the box. Check him out on the Bottom Line Bombs podcast. Smash that subscribe button. Toss us a nice 5-star rating review. Come on, we're giving you out a ton of winners, ton of laughs, ton of good times. Toss a nice little rating review over on CJ Sullivan's channels as well.
Hit the like button. We don't even care if you do like us.
Yeah.
Just tell the algorithm you like us.
True.
Yeah, that's all we need. We're just trying to trick the algorithm.
Oh yeah, you're a human, right?
Yeah.
What are you on, team human or team robot?
Prove you're a human by smashing that subscribe button and leaving a 5-star review.
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, Second Money Green. He's Ryan.
I'm gonna change some lives this weekend, Sean.
Kramer, let it